How would you profile or describe a person who chooses to live in a graveyard with hundreds of dead bodies buried underneath his home? Words come to mind like macabre, satanic, evil, abnormal. What if that same person has the ritual of going down underneath his residence to offer prayers to those dead persons, and then expects his prayers to be answered by the dead persons? Most people would accurately recognize that person as involved in a satanic and evil ritual of praying to the dead. Now, what's more is that same person, an actual world leader, claims to have the authority to send others to eternal damnation if anyone rejects him or opposes him. Again, most people would look at this person as mentally deranged and delusional, and even a very real threat to society. Again, all of this would be accurate. To compound this person's evil mindset, add his self-exalting public claims to be the sole and ultimate word of authority on earth, he himself being the sole judge of all people. That's actually laughable. It's so outrageous, yet it's a true and proven profile of one of today's world leaders. In fact, at this point in the video, this person's profile is so obviously demonic that most people would rightly label this person as an evil psychopath. And most people would probably accept his profile as being demon-possessed. Again, they'd be right. Obviously, most people in today's world who would recognize these proven and outrageous beliefs and outrageous practices in another person would keep a major distance from that person, including keeping their children completely out of range of that person. Why? To reiterate, this person would have proven himself as a total evil threat to society. But at this point in this video, and in hearing these actual characteristics of this one world leader, many persons might think that there's no way a world leader could possibly be in this profile, but there is. However, instead of this generation keeping a distance from this delusional, demonic profile, today's generation has actually exalted this person to the number one world leader today, who now has an unprecedented over 1.2 billion pledged followers, and amazingly enjoys the great favor of the rest of the world's 6 billion people and its world leaders. In fact, all of this is exactly what the book of Revelation and other Bible passages state about Antichrist in the end times. Not only has the world exalted him to an unprecedented status, ready for his role as Antichrist, but as Roman Catholic doctrines of Vatican I and Vatican II prove, the popes of Rome also exalt themselves as the infallible vicar and substitute for Christ on earth. This lines up exactly with 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4, which specifically states this self-exalting profile of Antichrist. In fact, the entire concept of the papacy is made up and is a complete deception, since it does not exist in the Bible. No mention in the Bible whatsoever of the title Pope or any of the Pope's Antichrist self-claims and fabricated doctrines, all of which elevate him to his phony but foretold successful status today. Without question, the number one tangible proof of this generation's extreme deceived status is its accepting, in fact its global exalting, of the popes of Rome to its unprecedented 1.2 billion follower status. The Apostle John was the first to name him as Antichrist in 90 AD, and then 5 years later saw Antichrist up close in the Revelation vision, seeing him as being synonymous with the false prophet, one and the same man altogether. In closing, all these facts mentioned here about the popes are shown in great detail in many sections at Heisnear.com, which snaps eyes open to the reality and shocking facts of just who the Pope really thinks he is, and opens eyes to his proven satanic rituals and beliefs, all of which, as of now, have mesmerized the world's 7 billion people into either believing in or at least favoring his phony religious status.